Hey fam, listen, Spirit just hit me upside the head like you wouldn't believe. I was on Facebook scrolling, and one of my readers come on and said, first words out of his mouth is, a lot can change in a year. Well, here's what I do know. A lot can change in a year. This time last year, starting about Valentine's, I was, in order to get off the street and not be cold, I was living in some deranged motherfucker's house in his back room as a concubine. But it was a home for me and Pookie. And I even took a girl in off the street with me. And then I went from that to bad to worse to, you know what? A lot did change in a year. This time last year, I was miserable. I was about to embark on this journey of mine, didn't even know it. And I was being a live-in whore. And I mean, forgive me for my bluntness, but I have to be honest. A lot can change in a year. A lot can change inside you in a year as well. Not just the outside, but the inside too. I went from being a living whore just to get out of the cold and doing ungodly things, addicted, afflicted, just so me and Pookie would have a roof over our head, to nearly burned alive, nearly shot up, nearly human trafficked, answering a call for somebody that needed help in another county, never being able to get back, to living next to a water treatment facility, winding up, going to AA, getting clean, getting sober, getting a job, getting my own place. Now I've got another job, So yeah, it's been one hell of a year. But you know what? The gratitude that I have inside me right now for this process, the good, the bad, the ugly, the nights that I didn't think I was going to make it through, the thinking Pookie was dead for 4 days and turning out he wasn't, standing in a fucking storage unit channeling a cat, thinking I done lost my brain, to here 166 days sober today with a landlord that, hey, we may not see eye to eye, but he's good to me, and I try to pay that back. I'm in a position right now to where I'm trying to help somebody, and they helping me. I'm not a living whore in some deranged fucker's house just so me and Pookie can be took care of. I was never the girl that was good at being a hooker. I was never the girl that was good at having a sugar daddy. I was never that girl. To me, these things just don't set. They don't resonate with my spirit. They don't no. I was always, as far as the hooking thing goes, I was always the one in the bathroom holding the gun, just in case the John got out of hand and my girl needed help. She was the reason I would be able to get high. So I protected that. You feel me? I don't have any of that mess in my life anymore. These are just distant memories. These are people that don't even feel real to me anymore, except for I walked beside them and I lived through that experience. I'm not in fear anymore of anything. I mean, granted, I still feel normal, rational fear. But look, dude, for all rights and purposes, right this minute, this is mine. It's got my name on it. I grew up right over there. I was a teenager in that very first apartment that you look at when you go over there. I would walk this street to school when I was 15 years old. You feel me? God does what he does when he does it, why he does it. It ain't our business to know why. Ride the ride. Because you can go from miserable to magnificent in 2.5 seconds if you let it happen. And eventually, I quit fighting. I didn't have any fight left. I really didn't. I was burnt out. I was shot out. I was done. I was cooked. I was a complete and utter void on the inside. I know that my collective has felt that numbness before, but I'm talking about something that goes way beyond that. Something that I knew I was feeling feelings, but I couldn't feel the feelings I was feeling. If you know, you know. That's a scary place to be. I was so far detached and so far in the void, I could not feel the things that I was feeling. Hopelessness, despair, wanting to die but not knowing how. And I mean, whenever I say these things, I'm not exaggerating one bit, and I'm not telling some fantastical story to get you to do whatever it is. No, sirree, Bob. These are actual things. And the difference that 12 short little months can make. 12 months, 2 weeks, to be exact, from the day that I entered that man's house. Because right before that was the snowstorm of 2025 back in January, and me and Pookie had to break into our old trailer, the one we had just lost, because it still had power, and we were holed up there for 4 days when it snowed. I would have to leave out in the snow and go to the little grocery store dumpster and get us food. I learned how to cook cinnamon rolls using a space heater, the kind with the little wires on the inside, and mirrors. And I made an oven. Yeah, I did. Hand to God. To March 1st, 2026, I'm standing in a totally different county, in a totally different city, around totally different people. My past is over there. This is my future. And that sumbitch is mine. And can't nobody but me fuck that up. Can't nobody but the landlord take it away. And I don't think that that's what he wants to do, because he likes money, and he has eventually. I'll get some more and hand it over to him and be like, here, this is all I got, but you're more than welcome to it. Because he knows that I'm grateful. And I know that that move that I just made by being called to walk away from my last job, it was to save my peace. Because I had just started my awakening, did not know how to handle all the energies around me, did not know how to say fuck it. I had lost my fuck it button. I was just getting my buttons back. A lot can change in 1 year. But now you guys have been on this ride with me for the last 6 months. And you guys have seen the changes. We've talked about it every day. So, and every day, life changes for me. And you guys witness it in real time. And so I don't know who this is going to be for, but it sure hit me in the head like a ton of bricks when that man said, a lot can change in 1 year. Pookie is in there crying his eyes out. He wasn't behaving. He climbing up the walls, literally. So I put him in the kennel. I'm finna have to go get him out because my roommate just laid down and go to sleep. He works at the shipyard, so. But I had to come out here and tell y'all about it. So no matter what you're going through, a lot can change in just a few hours. So don't give up. You know, you are not alone. I've been there. I've done that. And I hang on. I'm still hanging on. Lord help me hang in there, little kitty on the calendar. So till next time, me and Pookie love the shit out of you. And we're going to keep coming back, so I expect to see y'all here too. Because y'all are my only friends.